Recap and review of Season 8 Episode 1 of The Rookie. Mate from Czechia. In the first episode of The Rookie Season 8, we are transported to Prague, where Garcia is working with the LAPD and Interpol to apprehend a high-value terrorist with Monica's assistance. After then, the action shifts to Nolan, Bailey, and Monica arriving at their hotel. Garcia and Harper have a quick meeting at the same time to get everyone in agreement. Lucas Wagner, a weapons trafficker, is being sold out by Monica this time. Wagner has already been contacted by Monica, and they are scheduled to meet the next day. Alongside the takedown, raids will be carried out by the LAPD, FBI, and Interpol. It should be a quick takedown, but nothing is easy when Monica is involved. After the takedown is over, Nolan and Bailey think about taking another honeymoon. Lucy is concerned that Tim is being unfaithful in a love relationship while she is in Los Angeles. Lucy doesn't feel like talking to the guy, despite Juarez's advice. Tim tells Angela at the station that he is afraid to pursue Lucy. He fears making a mistake once more. Chenford Cupid, one of our residents, tells him to go for it because delaying will just make things worse. Really? Aside from romantic issues, the LAPD team calls Harper and Garcia via Zoom to identify Wagner's primary operational base in Los Angeles. They just know the port, which is a large port with numerous terminals and marinas, which is the issue. Before the meeting with Wagner, Garcia requests that they proceed more quickly. Surprisingly, Smitty finds the ideal way to locate Wagner's employees at the dock. They stake out the port and snap mugshots of known Wagner associates. Smitty calls Miles aside before departing to let him know that going forward, he will have to pay a homeowners association fee. While on a stakeout, Miles confides in Tim. Tim suggests that he pay the fees. Christian, a well-known Wagner associate, is noticed by the team. They make a hasty attempt to seize him, but the scheme goes awry. While attempting to flee, Christian gets involved in an accident. Before he divulges information about Wagner's operational base in Los Angeles, Wade prevents him from receiving prompt medical attention as they hurry him to the hospital. Wade and Luna get into a heated argument as a result of the encounter. Despite Wade's best efforts to convey the seriousness of the situation, she continues to criticize him for endangering both the hospital and his career. After that, the topic of their marriage's changing dynamics comes up. Their schedules have been clashing due to Luna's new job, and they hardly ever hang out. But Luna wants to prioritize her new work since she adores it. Wade is torn because, although he is pleased for her, his marriage is suffering. Additionally, he is opposed to giving Ufus a job in the force. The crew moves to watch the place that Christian has provided with the new information. Angela talks to Tim about his problems with Lucy during the stakeout. She enlists Juarez's assistance to help the pair communicate. However, Smitty makes an effort to persuade Miles of the need for the home association fee. Monica attempts to flee from Nolan and Bailey in Prague. While they wait for Wagner's call, she persuades them to go sightseeing. Bailey serves as Monica's assistant, and Nolan poses as her bodyguard. Monica uses government funds to purchase pricey clothing for the two in order to maintain the illusion. An unidentified attacker tries to harm Monica while they are touring. Fortunately, Bailey and Nolan take care of that right away. Harper and Garcia intervene to determine the man's identity and employer. Wagner phones Monica at the same moment to schedule their meeting. After it is resolved, the squad devises a takedown strategy. Tim and Lucy have an opportunity to speak because to Juarez and Angela's intervention. Tim says he's sorry for hurting her feelings in the past and for waiting too long to ask her out. She accepts his invitation to move in with him. Tim is prepared to work hard, even though they still need to resolve their communication problems. Let us scream with joyful anticipation. Wagner and Monica meet the following day, and the takedown is effective. Monica escapes and runs a personal errand during the tumultuous takedown. She is discovered by Nolan and Bailey attempting to retrieve her pricey jewelry from a courier. Monica is eager to sell her jewelry for quick cash because it turns out that living on the run has been depleting her bank account. While they are speaking, Harper calls Nolan to inform him that Monica's attacker is employed by Jacob. Monica betrayed an old acquaintance in the previous season. Jacob's troops corner them before they can reach safety. Monica is saved by Nolan during the ensuing chase and gunfire. Garcia only gives Monica one item of jewelry that she is legally entitled to on the journey back to Los Angeles. Harper rejects his attempts to enlist her in his task team. Lucy almost avoids being shot during the raid at the port in Los Angeles. Tim goes to her in a panic. Fortunately, it's not serious. However, Wade visits the hospital to express regret to Luna. They quickly reconcile. Garcia calls him while he's leaving. After their meeting, Wade agrees to serve as Garcia's liaison in Los Angeles. Since Lucy is leaving the station, Juarez extends an invitation to Miles to move in with her. Tim and Lucy go home to plan Lucy's move-in schedule and make love. Nolan and Bailey are enjoying their second honeymoon in Prague as the episode comes to a close. But guess who arrives and spoils the atmosphere? Yes, Raj Bronson is performing his well-known song, Arrest Me. The review of the episode. This episode shows us what is going on in both Prague and Los Angeles through parallel plot arcs. The premiere of this season suggests that we might see more of Monica, even though most of us are sick of her plot. I don't know about you, but Bobby Dash's death horror is brought back to life by Bridget Regan. This is only relatable to 911 fans. Putting that aside, it's time to celebrate Chenford's reunion with a glass of champagne. This season, the authors finally answered our wishes for Lucy and Tim to reconcile. Although it is a great way to begin the season, we are aware that the two still have a lot of issues to resolve. We are not concerned, though, because Angela is a member of the Chenford team. Fortunately, Selena and Angela were in control of the situation. Even though it was annoying, we could see why Tim and Lucy were delaying their talk. Lucy was scared to take another chance with Tim, and he feared she would reject him. She was aware that experiencing another heartbreak would be intolerable. Everything flowed once they were conversing. The last encouragement Lucy needed to realize that giving Tim another chance was the right decision came from Tim's candor about his anxiety, his efforts to better himself, and his transformation. The previous Tim would never have shown himself to be so vulnerable with her, nor would he have been so forthright about his emotions. However, in this scene from the Rookie Season 8 Episode 1, Checkmate, Tim shows her that he loves her and wants to move on with her. Lucy therefore has faith in him. She trusts Tim and accepts the risk, knowing that the guy she loves would be there to support her, even if she doesn't conceal how much what transpired hurt and how Tim broke her heart. She is correct, too. Nevertheless, there is a part of me that believes Chenford still has to have some difficult discussions because this one was hurried. Lucy acknowledged to Tim that her wounds had not yet completely healed. We therefore anticipate that they will have all those challenging talks during the season as they face challenges, and we expect to witness them genuinely interact, unlike in the past. The treatment of Gray and Luna was the only part of the Rookie Season 8 Episode 1, Checkmate, that we found objectionable. We won't pardon them for mistreating them since they are valuable. Gray is also totally out of character. He is completely different from how he is portrayed in the episode. He and Luna have always been strong and encouraging to one another, conquering every obstacle. We find it unbelievable that this kind man we know was on the verge of torturing a suspect, chastised Luna for not staying at home to wait for him, and, to top it all off, urged her to give up her work in order to do so, despite the fact that Luna enjoys her profession. Luna simply waited for him without complaining and didn't even object when Gray chose not to retire, despite Gray's attempts to make her feel bad about it. Luna has always stood by him, but now Gray is attempting to convince her that she is the bad guy and that their lack of time together is her fault. It's not at all like Gray, and it's misogynistic and unfair. Thus, the man presented to us in the Rookie Season 8 Episode 1, Checkmate, is not Gray. This dude is unknown to us. The worst thing, though, is that he doesn't grow from his errors. He made things worse when it looked like he was about to apologize. A strange shade of gray. Without even talking to Luna, Gray has now taken a position that will help him advance. We are aware that the show chose to expand the plot for Gray and Luna. We are thankful for them and adore them. Additionally, We recognize that they caused some controversy, particularly as Gray's departure creates fresh opportunities for other characters. The issue comes when they completely transform a character in order to do this. Without any justification. Just someone behaving differently than they have in the past. And that is not possible. We don't recognize Gray, as we already stated. The man we've known for the past 7 seasons is no longer the same. Being truthful to its characters is the most fundamental thing a story should do. Additionally, checkmate, in the Rookie Season 8 Episode 1 isn't being loyal to Gray. The man we've known for the past 7 seasons is no longer the same. Being truthful to its characters is the most fundamental thing a story should do. Additionally, checkmate, in the Rookie Season 8 Episode 1 isn't being loyal to Gray. This is a grave error that we hope will be corrected. What we said was what we said. As long as their relationship doesn't turn into a divorce, the tension between them being a major storyline of the season is something worth supporting. It's ironic that other stuff in Gray can't manage the very situation he usually puts Luna in. He joined a task force without discussing it with his wife, and he will not benefit from it. However, it also elevates Bradford, and his professional rise has been an excellent opportunity to learn more about his personality. However, his relationship with Lucy has also changed. The Rookie made the decision to end their domesticity and leave the Chenford games after finally letting Angela and Selena represent the fans. Thank heavens. As Chenford's best friends, these 2 Latina queens meddled until they obtained results, which made me laugh uncontrollably. I can't quite put into words how much it delighted me because it was so wonderfully on brand. The interplay between Selena and Angela was also very entertaining. Angela Sismans Loden and Selena. In retrospect, it seems odd that they never had a deeper relationship, and the fact that the show focused so heavily on it here, offering fresh dynamics worth investigating while maintaining the ones we already adore, demonstrates that they are aware of our desires and at least pay attention to some of the noise. Now that he and Lucy have moved in together, it will be intriguing to watch Bradford climb the ranks once more. Hopefully, we won't have to deal with the strange hierarchy issues once more. It was such a wonderful Chenford moment, the well-planned discussion before dawn. The Rookie finally fixes Chenford. Both of them have indeed sucked with communication, Tim more than Lucy, so it was satisfying not only for them as a pairing but also for Tim as a character that he laid it all out there, even admitting that he was scared. The transition into how Tim has grown works better than it did before. While a criticism of him during the Rookie Season 7 was that too much happened off-screen, they've smoothed it out in a way that works. It's like we can feel and see his growth more now, rather than the series just telling us that he did. On the surface, it seems like they jump straight into the deep end once more with Tim choosing cohabitation over other options, but the Rookie has been pounding us with Chenford's frustrations and angst for so long that they have earned the right to skip ahead to the good parts. Thankfully, they have come to terms with the fact that they mishandled all the anxiety, which has allowed us to move on to a pleasant phase where this pairing can flourish. There is plenty of friction for them to discuss as a pair. The stage of will they/won't they has ended. One of the cutest moments was when the two confessed their love for one another, and it feels wonderful to be making progress with Chenford. Now that Miles and Selena are living together, there's a lot to discover. Let's go if you're interested in this possible pairing. Stakeout Gossip Sessions, a long-running television show, will always face a particular set of difficulties. Even after several seasons, procedurals like ABC's The Rookie must maintain the ideal mix between familiarity and novelty. The Rookie's continued popularity is a major factor in its longevity. However, this does not imply that everyone is familiar. Although new characters are continuously being introduced in the series, it seems like we don't have much time to delve into these plots before they are resolved. But it's not as though the authors of The Rookie are committed to maintaining consistency in every way. The Rookie writers have heard the cries to simply reunite Tim Bradford, Eric Winter, and Lucy Chen, Melissa O'Neill, which is the nicest thing about Season 8. This season, the Chenford plot finally makes some significant progress, which helps the show get past the standstill these two characters have had in previous seasons.